about the blur, guys. I guess my camera got some water because I got caught in the rain yesterday, and now it's all fogged up. So take it apart, let it dry out. Hopefully that fixes it. But just enjoy the video as much as you can, even though there's a slight blur to it. And appreciate it. Sorry about it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It finally quit raining for a little while. I mean, it's been like pouring all week. Haven't been able to get anything done, and plus I've been waiting on a mic for my helmet. That took about a week and a half to get in. But it's just been pouring and pouring. Couldn't get no chances to ride. I actually rode yesterday. It was a little break yesterday. Ended up getting caught in the rain anyways. The bike just got filthy. See, it's dirt in front of my shed. I could barely get in it yesterday because it was pouring rain. I was just spinning tires. The bike just got filthy. And he vets in some rocks or some pavement or something. But yeah, we're gonna hit a little backwoods today. I need let's do something real quick. Let me cut to it. I'll figure that out later. But yeah, it's a little backwoods. Zip up on my pockets. Oh, come on, zipper curve, come on. Oh, okay. Like, it just got done pouring the last week. It just rained every day, no chance to really hop on the bike much. Like I said, just besides yesterday, but I ended up getting rained on anyways. We just gotta watch out. A little bit of water on the road. And all that good stuff. Or bad stuff. Damn. Watch out for this dude. Yeah, guys, I was going on a little ride for once. Feel like I haven't rode in forever. But yeah, S1000, the Beamer life. First BMW I've ever had or ever rode. Never rode them before. I've always seen them. Always wanted one. And finally got one. Dream bike. This is a dream bike. I know the new S1000 came out, but I don't know. Maybe one day when it gets the price tag comes down a little bit, if it ever does. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, I've owned, let's see, I think 6 or 7 bikes, I believe. I've been riding since I was 16. I'm about 22 now. A few years under my belt. But my very first bike, let me slow down a little bit, so they can hear me. My very first bike was a 1988 Honda 600 Hurricane, a Honda Hurricane. I don't know, that's a classic. But I bought that bike for like $600, but the bike was beat, man. It had a horrible paint job. It wasn't painted right. Like, the paint was pretty much just falling off the bike. I know it's weird, but it was just falling off the bike. You could peel it off. Horrible paint job. And the bike just barely ran. It had no title, nothing like that. But I bought it for like $600. I was 16. And I was excited. I finally had a motorcycle. I've always wanted one. I rode, like I said, I rode dirt bikes, go-karts, four-wheelers, yada yada, but never had a motorcycle. Always wanted one. But yeah, I fixed that bike up, rode it around town. It was highly illegal, no tags. I think the last time it was registered, it was in 2005. It's been a hot minute. And I rode it around town. Luckily, never got pulled over on it. But the bike ran horrible, man. It was beat. Anyways, that bike ended up turning into a four-wheeler. We ended up taking the motor out of that bike because the bike was, like I said, it was trash. But the motor was So we put it in an old four-wheeler that was motor was trashing the four-wheeler, so, you know, Frankenstein that together. It took about 2 months. That was fun. That was fun until the motor blew up. Well, it was a hell of a four-wheeler. My second bike was actually a decent motorcycle. I went to Dallas. Like I said, I live in Houston, but I went to Dallas and I bought a ZZR 600 for like $1,200. It was actually a good motorcycle, but again, no title. I know. I could never get that bike registered either. But I rode that back and forth to school. Rode it around town. I had that bike almost a year. And I ended up selling that bike to one of my buddies because I bought my bike right after that was a 2010 R1, a beautiful bike. But the ZZR, as soon as I sold it to my buddy, he rode it for like a month, and it blew up. The bike blew up. I felt horrible. I felt horrible, man. Like, the bike ran perfectly fine when I gave it to him, or when I sold it to him. The only reason I sold it because I bought the R1. I just felt bad, man. The bike, he told me a month later the bike wouldn't run. It wouldn't. Took it to the mechanic shop. It had no compression. Like, man, I felt bad. But anyways, the 2010 R1, I bought it used from a dealer. It had, what did it have? Like 8,000 miles on it. It was a beautiful, beautiful white 2010 R1, completely stopped. Oh man, I was nervous. I never rode a 1000 before in my life, ever. Never. I always rode, my 600s I had, and they were really old 600s. So, that 1000, never rode it before. I know it was kind of stupid, but I babied that thing home. I was super scared. But eventually worked myself up to it, riding around, got really good on the bike. I loved the bike. Ended up putting a Power Commander on it and a Toast exhaust. I know it's not the best exhaust in the world for power, but man, it just sounded amazing. It sounded amazing. It just had that deep growl to it. Oh, if I ever had a chance to buy another bike or another side bike, that would be the bike. A 2010, 2009, 2011 R1 with the same pipe. The reason I say that because 3 months after owning the bike, some guy pulled out in front of me, and I was going pretty quick. I know it's probably both our faults, but he pulled out in front of me, and I smacked. I'll post a picture of it when I can, but I smacked the side of the truck. I got thrown into a ditch. The bike cartwheeled, and I was knocked clean out. And I woke up for a second. I seen one guy, like one older dude. He was there helping me out. I had no idea what was going on. And I opened my eyes. I try to get up. And he puts me back down, and I passed out again. I wake up again. There's like 3 people there. I guess the people in the car and the dude. I passed out again, and after that, there was everybody there, like paramedics, fire department. I'm like, damn. And I look over my bike, man. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to start crying, man. That bike, it was just so beautiful. I detailed it the day before. Man, I almost started crying because that bike was gone. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't really hurt that bad. I pulled my, a few muscles in my back. But when I woke up, I looked at my feet, looked at my toes, make sure I was good. But I seen that bike, man, it just broke my heart, man. I was just devastated. And I only had liability insurance on it at the time because I just got out of. Actually, I was still in high school, so I really couldn't afford full coverage insurance on it. And I was 18, and the dude didn't have insurance at all. So, yeah, screw me, right? So I ended up having to pay that bike off. It took me about 2 years to pay that bike off, and that was a hard thing to go through, man. And I got in the hospital the same day. I was just sore and a little beat up, a couple bruises and scratches. Somebody looking out for me up there. But yeah, well, that was just a bad day. I broke my heart seeing that bike like that, man. I just felt bad. I miss that bike all the time. Every time I see an R1, I know they're not the fastest Gen 1000s ever. But I just love the way they look, and I love the way they sound. Man, man, I missed that bike. Anyways, I was out of action on bikes about 6 months. I ended up getting a job at a dealer. He helped me up a lot. As I walked in there just looking at a bike, I was looking at this brand new, what was it, 2015, 2015, I think it was 2014, ZX10, brand new, matte white. It was beautiful. And they were actually hiring a salesman. And I just walked in there looking at the bike, and he says, me looking to buy the bike, I was like, man, I would buy the bike, but I don't have a job, because I'm pretty much had like a week left of high school left. Like, I don't have a job. Like, alright, you got a job, and you can get the bike. I'm like, this is crazy. And I ended up getting the bike about 2 weeks later, thanks to my dad helping me co-sign for it. And I ended up driving that bike for like 30,000 miles. I ended up putting up 30,000 miles on that bike. And I just rode the crap out of that bike. I got it flashed, I got it geared, got a full system Brox exhaust alien head on it. And that bike sounded amazing. I rode it everywhere. That was my daily driver for 2 years. I didn't really have a regular vehicle at the time, so rain, sleet, you name it, I was on it. Back and forth to work. I worked at that dealer for about 2.5 years. But yeah, I ended up trading that bike back into the same dealer I bought it from. And I ended up getting a 2017 ZX10. Same color, but this one was a gloss white. It was just a beautiful bike. Total revamp. I think it was Gen 4, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the bottom if I'm mistaken, I should know this. I ended up doing the same thing to it. But I actually put a Graves exhaust on it. Yeah, a full system Graves titanium exhaust. It ended up costing me like $2,000 for the exhaust. But it was a low mount, so it just sounded amazing. Ended up getting that bike, flash, tune, everything I could do to it, filter, everything. And that bike made about 186 horsepower to the wheel. And that was probably the most powerful 1000 I've had. And it was amazing. But I only ended up putting about 4,000 miles on the bike, and it was the year I had it. I just had a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time. I had a baby, you know how those wrenching things. But ended up selling that bike to an awesome dude I met, and he ended up buying it. He's riding it to this day. And out of action again for about 4 or 5 months. And I got an awesome opportunity. I've been looking at S1000s for about 2 months. It's always wanted one since I was a little kid, or since I came out 2009, I think. Oh, I guess I was a little kid. I always wanted one. I always thought they looked cool. I even loved the weird headlights and the shark fins. It grows on you. Always wanted one. I finally found one for sale. It was this bike, a 2017 premium package S1000 with 4,400 miles on it. And I bought it for about $13,000. Man, it was in Dallas too. As soon as I seen that bike, man, I'll be there Saturday with cash. I will buy that bike. Please don't sell it. And he stayed to his word. He had the same offers that I made. He didn't sell it. He held it for me. I want to thank you for that. This is a beautiful bike, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. This is my favorite 1000 I've ever owned, even though I've only owned 3. Pretty much 2 of them were the same bike. And I just love it. It's just so much better than any 1000 I've had. The only thing it does not have that I don't know if it does, I haven't found it yet, is launch control. My 2017 ZX10 had launch control, which was pretty cool. But that's the only thing it doesn't have. But this one does have a fuel gauge, which I applaud. I applaud you to whoever put a fuel gauge on this bike. I want to shake your hand. A fuel gauge is amazing. All other bikes have just had a gas light. Tell you when you need gas, how much help that is. Just love the fuel gauge. And cruise control, as you can see. Just love cruise control. It's another best thing to add to a sport bike. Oh, it's just great. And the mode selection, and you can make your custom mode on this thing. Oh man, I just freaking love it. And the lean angle is just, it's just a cherry on the cake. I know my service light. I know what I was going to say about my service light. I know it's for an oil change. I've already done it. Just haven't got it turned off yet. I know. But, oh man, up and down quick shift. I just freaking love it. I love this bike so much. Oh, but like I said, it came with this SC Project exhaust. Y'all let me know in the comments, because if I should get a different one. I'm thinking about a full system aero exhaust, because this one's just a mid pipe. Or should I just get headers for this pipe? Because it's a longer. It's not a low mount. It's like, you know, a little longer, but not quite the full extension. Yeah. And it's freaking loud, man. It's a flamethrower. At night, it's just blue flames like a foot long. And the bike does need to be tuned and flat. It doesn't need to be flashed and tuned. I just had to get the money together to send it to Bren Tuning. Get the stage 2, I believe. Stage 2 is out. Get that done to the bike. I think it makes like 200 and something horsepower from whatever stock. I think 180 stock, if I'm not mistaken. 186 is stock. This bike makes just as much as my ZX10 fully modded. But man, I know they're a little more pricey and a little more to keep up with, but I just love this bike. This bike's just favorite bike I've ever owned so far. I don't know if I've ever owned a different bike or a different another than BMW. Maybe. Only time can see. But oh, and I also got another bike in between. I got it from my buddy. It was another 1988 Honda Hurricane, but it was fully stunted out, like caged, everything. It had no headlight, no brake light, had the bar in the back, everything, fully stunted. I ended up trading him a Yeti, what did I trade him? A Yeti cooler. I think I traded him a Yeti cooler for that bike. I know. We were great friends, been friends since, you know, elementary. And I rode that bike around for a while, illegal as hell. Again, no title, no nothing. Rode it around town. It ran great. And I wanted him to, he didn't have a bike at the time. Well, because, you know, he gave me that one because he got it off his hand. And I ended up giving it back to him. And we rode it to Galveston, Texas as an island. And we rode it all the way from where I live, is about 30 minutes past Houston, all the way to Galveston with no license plate, no headlights, no blinkers. Made it all the way there in a big group. Rode around with a bunch of people all day. Went everywhere. Rode a few hundred miles that day. It got dark. We had no headlight, no nothing, all the way back home. After he stayed on my ass pretty much all the way home. He couldn't see nothing. No headlight, no nothing. But yeah, that's pretty much all the bikes I've owned so far that I remember. I know of. But yeah, not more I can say, but I can probably say a lot. I can probably talk about this bike all day. I just love it. Now let's get a little bit of riding in. Enough talking. I honestly have no idea where I'm going either. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Blink, blink, blink. But yeah, guys, my camera's about to die. So I didn't bring no extra batteries. I know, I should have done it. And I need to find gas. My phone wouldn't load at a gas station. I have no signal out here. So hopefully I can find a gas station. But yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe. And share if you can. That'd be much appreciated. Like I said, I'm just starting out. I'm in a very small channel. I would love to ride my bike every day, make videos every day. That would be a dream come true. I would love to do that every day. Get a few builds in too for the future. It's not gonna be just bike riding. It's gonna be a few bike builds, few go-kart builds, you name it. Anything power sport related. That's what I love to do. But yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Later, guys.